My name is Nicoletta Gregorio and I'm the scriptwriter, director, production designer and costume makeup and stylist for this production, ZOI. ZOI pretty much means life in Greek. So what the story is about, it's about a young boy that suffers mental, verbal and physical abuse at home and at school. This leads him to actually turn the tables and go against his bully and his parents by burning them alive. The reason why I chose this topic is because it's a huge topic to delve into. So I was actually a victim of physical and mental abuse in school, and I thought of pushing what it meant to me forward. So putting how I truly felt in this type of work that I'm presenting. So the reason I chose it is because I want everyone to realize the effects it has on a human and how severe it could be. I chose this specific medium because stop motion animation is very difficult to achieve, and I wanted to challenge myself through that. So I thought of recreating something completely unique and something completely different that no one's really thought of. And that's why I chose stop motion animation, because it spoke out to me, and I think that it's a very nice medium to push forward. I learned quite a bit. I learned how to manage the set. I learned how to direct people. I also pretty much invented this whole film, and without my knowledge and understanding, I wouldn't have been able to do so. But knowing that, I was able to achieve and recreate this film that we all did. And my challenges is actually managing people with time and scheduling. It was a lot of hurry up and wait, but at the same time we did the job and we got stuff done. So having that voice, that inner voice of telling people what to do and how to manage the crew helped me and helped everyone. So yeah. I was the production designer and costume makeup and stylist, so in all I was the creator of the aesthetic amplifications that we see on screen and on set. It was very difficult, I must say, really hard work and dedication. I had a nice crew behind me, a nice team of production designers that helped me put it together, and realizing that the amount of effort and the amount of time that we needed to put in just to get something beautiful out. Art takes time, and you can't just think that you can do whatever. You have to sit down, design it, create it, make sure you know your design, make sure you know your aesthetics, and push it forward and recreate something amazing. I am very happy with how the production has turned out. I've thought about it through the whole year, and I actually sat down from phase 1, which is a pre-production phase, and we sat down with my crew and I just thought about how we can actually make this work and how it will help us, benefit us into pushing a very good film through the medium that we chose.
Hi, my name is Faisal Meyer and I'm the DOP on this production called ZOI. If you check out the footage from the film, and if you do get to watch the film, you'll realize that I've taken a cinematic approach towards the whole film in terms of lighting, the way the camera is used, shot sizes, angles as well. There's also a lot of experimentation that we've done within the film, more specifically because we wanted to go for our own look and feel. We've done a lot of low contrast lighting, very dim, dark, dingy, played a lot with our color temperatures as well as setting the scene in terms of the world of story, as well as getting the best possible colors out of the set design with our lighting. I'd say the difficulties were just getting everybody to kind of get onto the same wavelength and be as dedicated as much as the key crew members were. And then yeah, I think that's the only thing that I could bring up as a difficulty. Dealing with a small set was quite a mission because I'm used to shooting a lot of live actions and getting a lot of space out of my locations and all of that. So it was a bit tricky in terms of getting into specific positions and spots and getting the specific angles we wanted, because I'm not used to shooting a lot of animations. So it made me kind of put on my thinking hat, and it never really limited me in terms of what I could do. It just made me think differently in terms of approaching the whole cinematic. So yeah, I'd just like to add that the film was very different for me. Storyline was very different. It was a good experience working on a stop motion animation. It gave me a lot of elements to think about in terms of being the director of photography. I had to light differently, I had to shoot differently, I had to spend time differently and treat different scenes in its own way, because it's such a personal piece for the viewer to watch, and capturing a lot of emotion on camera for the characters. Seeing that they're not actually real life characters made it a bit more tricky, because I had to spend time in areas where I'd have to think about getting something from a different angle, because there isn't a lot of expression and it takes some time for the animator to actually change expressions, and I would have to change shot or keep the same shot, or there was a lot of technical stuff to think about. But it has made me a better operator, because I'm able to find the balance between shooting for animation stop motion and shooting for live action, and bringing the mindset to both, and actually marrying the two makes it a better choice in getting me to apply myself when shooting either one. So yeah, look, the lighting was planned, it was well thought through. The only thing about the lighting was having to light specific parts of the set, because lighting something, using a big light source would make everything flat. So we used a lot of small lighting devices, and that gave us room to play with, and it enabled us to light more with less. So in terms of lighting, we played very smartly in terms of what we used and how we used it.
Hi, my name is Tyler Brown. I was a producer on the film ZOI. I own a company named Fever Productions, who came on board as a sponsor for this production. Our main role on ZOI was to take a look at the marketing aspects of the production. We had to delve into next generational marketing, as well as using old school marketing forms, such as your direct marketing, your email marketing. On the new side of things, our keen focus was on social media marketing. On top of that, developing content for that social media. So we spent time taking photos, creating videos, having fun on set that we could then convert into content for an audience that could create some sort of engagement. And then through that engagement, create a following, which in turn converts into an audience for the production. Spending time on set was thoroughly enjoyable, interesting as well. We learned a lot. Learning how to manage a crew that didn't fully understand stop motion animation was one of the most interesting parts. So we learned a lot from that too. Strategizing, continuous meetings with the director to completely reimagine her vision on camera. We also had to strategize thoroughly on a continuous basis, just completely understanding roles, responsibilities, and where we wanted to go with this production. Within this production, we had a huge learning curve, a lot of trials and tribulations. We had to figure out how to operate the armatures correctly, sync the lighting together correctly, manage the crew, which was a hard part because it was something way out of our realm of comfort, which was really fun. And at the end of the day, I am thoroughly pleased with the production that we have put together.
My name is Nicoletta Gregorio, and I'm the executive producer for this film, ZOI. We teamed up with Fever Productions using their platform to promote and market our film. We teamed up with Sparrows Private School. They're based in the south of Johannesburg, and I'd like to just say thank you for their sponsorship, because without their help we wouldn't have been able to achieve this film.
Hi, my name's Russell Stanley. I'm the sound designer for the film ZOI. Okay, so the whole approach to the film was basically, from a sound point of view, the approach to the film was to get a lot of the Foley done as early as possible. So we started doing the Foley at script stage, at basic script stage, way before any frames were shot. And from there, it was really pretty much an organic process. What we did was get the Foley in that we needed, start syncing it up and see where we were short, and then develop everything around there. We had to change some of the actors because we felt that their voices were too mature for the production. We wanted younger voices. The kids that came in and helped us, the students from AFTA were incredibly helpful, brilliant to work with, and especially the 2 young boys from Sparrow School. And now the greatest challenge really was, because we'd started syncing sound early in order to drive the project forward, every time they changed the edits, all the sound was out of sync again, so we had to resync everything. And that's a very time-consuming process. And the greatest challenge is the amount of time that goes into doing this. I had tremendous fun working on this project. It's just been amazing. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever worked on a stop animation film, and it's just been an amazing project to work on.